Hello, hi, welcome back to Success Automation. Today I'm going to talk about the uh, method with return type. So in the last video, we saw the method, how to define the method and with arguments. Now we are going to talk about how to give the return type. So what is return type? So I quickly go to the Eclipse here. I'll create one method. Sorry, I create one class. So this is the class. Um, I quickly create one class here. Right click and close this all. Right click here and class, create the class here. Java methods, the return gm method return. Okay, I'm just creating one class here. The class is created here. Now I'll I create a method here, public add method name and give. So whenever you want to create the method, you need to give the return type here and method name and two brackets and all this. So now when you give void here, when you give void, then the method does not return any value. So for example, I'm declaring two variables. Int a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, int c is equal to a plus b. Now instead of printing that value inside the method, I want to return the value. So when you want to return the value, you need to give the return type here. What data you want to return? So I want to return integer. So integer data. So just give the integer data type here and you give the variable, and this variable should be integer. This data type what you have given in the return type and what data variable you are sending, this variable data type should also be integer. Otherwise it won't work. So now I created this method. I'm returning the value. So now if I want to call, if you want to call the method, if you want to call the method, you have to create the object. How to create? Copy this class, put it here, obj equal to new, create the class. So by using this object, you're calling the method add. Okay. So whenever you call this method, it will return the value as we have given here. It return the c value. So when this method return the value, you should be catching that value. You should store that value in some variable. So what data type you are, it is returning integer. So they same integer data variable you need to get some result res, some variable name I just get it. So when this method return the value, it will store in this variable res. Now we'll print this. Uh, Value dash 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 plus res. So as we have stored the value in res, we are printing this value. So right click here and run as Java program. When you run this program, it will return the value. See, it return the value. So we took one method and we declared two variables. We added this variable a plus b and we returning the value. So like this, you need to you need to declare the variable with return type. So for example, instead of this int, you can give string also. For example, I'll give a string here. So the data what you want, you have to return should be in string only. So you cannot return the integer value. See, when I'm trying to return the C value here, because the data type of this C is integer, you cannot return. So for that, you need to declare string variables. So declare string variables here, string, string, string. So first name, f name, okay. Just give some string value, okay, and el name, give some check, and full name, full name, f name, f name plus el name. So here you need to return the full name here. So I am returning this full name here. As we have given the return type as string, you need to return the variable should be strings here. So now this variable, this method, it add returning the string data. So here also you need to declare the string variable, and when you call this method, it will return imtiaz plus shake something. I'll just give space here, right click here, and just save this program. So it is returning the string value. What data type you give here, same data you should return, and this variable what you're returning should be data type of string. So like this, you can return the value from the string. Sorry, you can return the value from the method. You can return the value from the method. Now we are fine with this. Okay, you can give the argument to the method also. So for example, instead of I'm giving the argument here, f name and comma, I want to give the string data type. This also string here. Instead of hard coding this here, I am going to pass the value here. When you give the method with the two arguments, while you are calling, you should pass this value. There are two string arguments, f name and el name. So you need to pass here. So I'm passing here. When you give string here, you need to pass the string value. Imtiaz, comma, shake. So these two arguments, you are passing the value from here. When you pass this, the imtiaz will be assigned to f name and shake will be assigned to the last name, and it will concatenate. Adding the two variables is nothing but a concatenate. Concatenation means whenever you have a string data, it will concatenate instead of adding. If you declare the integer type, it will add the two values of the variable. Whereas here, as we have declared the string data type, it will concatenate. Concatenate means it will add the two variables. So now when I call this, it will give the same result. See here. Okay. So like this, I just want to give some space here. Run the program here. So it will return the value. So now I just print the value. So same method, this add, you can call with a different data. Again, I will create. I'll copy these two statements, paste here. Already I declared this variable. I don't want to declare again. Now here I'm passing welcome, welcome to Java. Here I add, I send the first name and last name. Here I'm passing the welcome to and another one string is Java. It will concatenate and display. Right click here and like this. Same method name. The method name, you need to define the method once and you can call multiple times with a different data. That is the advantage of giving the arguments. If you don't give the arguments here, if you put inside that, the data will be same all the time. Whereas if you use the argument, you can pass the different data and you can validate. Like this, you can return the data from the, you can return the data from the method. So this is all about today's this video. So this is a user defined method with a return type, how to create and how to call. I just spoke here. So like this, you can achieve the method with a return type. Hope you understood this. Subscribe my channel and share to your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.